Hey, thanks for stopping by at Twisted Art Designs. Today I'm going to be playing around with the Paperbabe dies, and in a previous video I did an unboxing of all these great products that were sent to me by Kim, the owner of Paperbabe Stamps. So today I just want to play around with faces. So these are the face dies, and it comes with ears for a fairy or regular ears. This is the die and the two ear pieces for making the faces for the paper dolls. This is a set of stamps that have faces in them that you can stamp. I'm going to show 3 different ways of using this and making some different faces. As I played around with it, I came up with some really fun and interesting ideas for using this. And then I'm also going to use, this is the super cute bob haircut that I don't even think has been premiered yet. I think she sent this to me as a sneak peek. So we're going to use this bob hairstyle on a paper doll. So let's get started, and I'll show you 3 ways of using the faces. So I've used the dies, and I used a piece of file folder because of the creamy color to cut out this, because the first way is the most obvious way. I'm going to use the stamps. So these are her face stamps, and I'm going to choose this one here at the bottom. She's got a real cute face, and I'm going to stamp the face onto the cutout head. I'm using Ranger Archival ink. There's her cute face. I'm just going to take some colored pencils. These are the Uniposca colored pencil set. And I'm going to just come in here and add some color to her face. Nothing too terribly complicated, but this is an easy way to create your face for your paper doll. So you could use anything that you have media wise for coloring this in. You could cut out this face onto mixed media paper, or I'm going to show some with watercolor paper. Okay, and then I'm going to come back in with Tombow monoliner pen, and I'm going to just bump up the color of the pupil of the eyes, the top line, the eyelashes, and since you've stamped them on, you can clearly see where they go. So if you're not comfortable with drawing, you can use those as your reference. Or you could stamp it a lot stronger than I did. I went kind of light on the stamping. I'll put a little brush strokes in her eyebrows. Bump up the lashes a little bit. And you have a cute face for your paper doll. And the ears get glued behind the head. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue, put the ears in place. And there you go. And you could use the stamps. She has stamps for the inner part of the ears. You could use those too. I think I'm going to just draw my own little quick ears section. And there you go. Super cute little paper doll face to use on your paper doll, and then you add hair. So there are a lot of options for different faces using the stamps in the stamp set. If you're comfortable with drawing faces, I've stamped this, I've cut this out using watercolor paper, and you can put your little lines in to divide up the face. So one down the middle, one splitting it in half, then you split this section in half, and then this section in half for the typical ways of drawing in facial features. And then you can come in and draw your own face. And now you can use a pen. I like Tombow Mono drawing pens. You can take a black pen and do pen work over this and erase your pencil lines, and you'll have a face that you've created. The nice part about drawing your own faces is it's really customized and stylized to your specific artwork. Use your creativity to make that face any way you'd like. So this is on watercolor paper, and I like to start with a layer of alcohol markers and then use water-soluble things over it to do some more shading. So I'm going to just go ahead and add some color to this face. The alcohol markers I'm using are by Art and Fly, and this is the skin tone set. After I put my layer of alcohol markers and it's completely dried, then I like to come back in using some Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2 and a water brush. At this point you might be asking, why bother putting the layer of alcohol markers if you're going to use Neocolors? Just use Neocolors first. But I think that the base layer really adds some depth to the face, and the Neocolors just soften it and just make it really, really pretty. So once I get the colors the way that I want it, then I like to come back in with a little bit of colored pencil and of course add one more layer of depth. And the last thing I like to do is after the coloring is done, I always come back in with my pen and bump up that upper eyelid in black and the eyelashes just to really give it more oomph. I think that extra bit of black on top of all the coloring makes those little eyelashes pop. And how about coming in with a little Posca and doing the little highlights. Oh, maybe a little highlight on the end of her nose. And there she is. So we've talked about two different ways of using the stamps for drawing your own, and now I have a third idea. So what I'm going to do is take some vellum paper, and this is a little bit thick, but as you can see, when you put it over a face, you can still see through it. Tracing paper is too thin, so vellum paper would work much better. And what I'm going to do is cut out the face shape out of vellum paper. Next, you'd want to take your vellum piece and you would want to pull out your magazines and start looking for faces that are about this size. And you can put your vellum piece over the magazine image and see through it to see how it's going to look. And once you find a face that you like, then the next step is just going to be using the die, the metal die, to cut the face out. Keep your little vellum piece in with the dies themselves, so you'll always have this to use anytime you want to make a paper doll this way. So here's what it would look like. So that's what I'm going to do, is put this down, and obviously you have to put it on the back side, so I'll just hold it up to the light so I can get it into place, and then run it through my machine and cut it out. And I've held it up to the light, I flipped it over, and now I'm putting a little piece of washi tape, and that'll just hold that into place. So here's what that looks like, and that gives you another option. So it's nice to have that die cut to be able to cut images out. And now I'm going to add this cute choppy bob hairstyle to one of these girls. So here's that magazine image cut out and the cute bob hairstyle on it. Isn't that cute? That would make a gorgeous little paper doll. So I'm going to glue the hairstyle pieces into place, and then I'm going to pick one of these other two and use the other one and show what it looks like. Well, here's how they look with the hair, and I put the hair on slightly different on each one, so it kind of made the hairstyles look a little bit different. But look how cute. I love the magazine face with the black hair, and then this is the face that I drew with the more auburn hairstyle. And if you added this to the articulated body and made a cute paper doll, they'd be just so cute. And this is cute too. I need to put some hair on her that I might create my own hair for that one. But those, that's the Choppy Bob set that hasn't even been premiered yet. This is a sneak peek, and then here's 3 different ways of doing faces. So stamping, drawing your own, and using a magazine. So I hope you enjoyed this, and this gave you some ideas of how to use the Paperbabe Stamps dies for the faces, and go play and go make some paper dolls, because paper dolls are so much fun. And there will be a link in the description box below for where you can find the Paperbabe Stamps face die cut set and the hair paper piecing.